Welcome to another episode of How We Roll, where we film great role-playing game designers running the games they created. This episode will feature Dogs in the Vineyard by D. Vincent Baker. In Dogs in the Vineyard, players play Mormon enforcers in pre-statehood Utah, rooting out the evil in the villages of the Deseret. Yeah, now what doesn't sound fun about that? You're playing essentially cowboys with guns who have a free license to root out evil and fight demons. Yeah, it's as awesome as it sounds. It is a really amazing game. My friend Scaff once told me that he thought Dogs in the Vineyard was the most interesting setting ever produced in a role-playing game, and I would have to agree. And for this game, I insisted that instead of filming it, that I get to play because I love this game so much. So you're in for a real treat, not because of me, but because of Vince Baker running it. It's an amazing experience. Prepare for a heck of a ride. Welcome, Vincent.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Thanks for coming out, running my favorite role-playing game of all time, Dogs in the Vineyard.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks, Lucas and Sage, for joining us.
Happy to be here.
Yeah. All right, let's do this.
All right. I'm going to pass out the character sheets. We're going to start just by quickly making characters. And so we'll do a little bit of an abbreviated thing there, and then we'll get right into it.
All right.
So I'm going to tell you my standard pitch about the characters. Sometime in the like the generation before you, the faith was established in New York State, and then was driven into Missouri, and then it was driven very violently out of Missouri, and your grandparents trekked across, left the United States into the territories, and settled here in the Mountain Territory. It's called by the U.S. government, which is now the home of the faith. You were driven out violently by angry mobs. The prophets, the first prophets and elders of the faith, were murdered by the mobs in Missouri. Somewhere between 10 and 20% of the people who made the trek never made it. Died in the pilgrimage. But then you found this beautiful the Mountain Territory, and you settled here, and that was your grandparents. So in the Mountain Territory, there are these isolated, faithful towns. You will play dogs, God's watchdogs, whose job is to travel from town to town, delivering the mail, sharing the news, giving the latest prophecies that the prophets and the elders pass on to you, keeping the faith together as a body. You're young men who've been chosen, who've grown up faithful, who've been chosen to do this very important work. Young men meaning 18, 19, 20-year-old young men. So how it works is that as you're growing up, the people around you, the church leaders, the steward is the local, like he's the pastor or the bishop. The steward keeps an eye on all the kids that are growing up under his care, and if someone shows promise, if someone shows the right blend of humility and compassion and confidence to do this work. They get chosen, they go to Bridal Falls City, which is the heart of the faith, and they're initiated and trained to then go out and serve the faith in this way. So that's you guys. And now I'm going to tell you some numbers to write on your character sheets, is I think what we're doing. On your character sheet, under stats, where it says dice next to the stats.
Yes.
Write 17d6, and we'll just do everybody the same. Under traits, and this will be a little list. So 1d4, 4d6, 2d8. For relationships, for the dice, 4d6, 2d8. Okay. So divvy your stat dice out among your 4 stats. Stats are acuity, body, heart, and will. The minimum for each stat is 2 dice, and there's no maximum. When you roll them, you'll roll them in pairs. So as you assign the dice, the pairs are right here. For non-physical conflicts, social conflicts, you'll roll acuity plus heart. For physical conflicts that are not fighting, you'll roll body plus heart. For fights, you'll roll body plus will, and for gunfights, you'll roll acuity plus will.
So I take that back. I do have kind of a character concept. I'm thinking that maybe my character, his family was thrown out of the faith, and being a dog was his way of staying within the faith. It was a choice obviously he was recruited, but he was angling for it, I think.
Sure.
Because it was a way to stay within the faith when his family, there was already aspersions cast on them, and then after he was recruited to be a dog, they were actually thrown out.
Okay.
So I'm thinking he's probably kind of willful. I don't think there's much in body or acuity maybe, but maybe heart and will kind of stuff.
Cool.
But heart and will don't work together.
Yeah, they don't work together.
So that's perfect.
Okay.
Do you see him being more of a gunfighter, a fighter, preacher?
I'm thinking there's some preaching
Diplomat.
and some gunfighting, and not too much in between, maybe. Well, because he's
okay.
chosen to be, like, he's been angling to be a dog. He's not just somebody who was kind of
Right.
pushed into this. Like, he is a bit of a zealot compared to the rest of
Okay.
his family who
All right.
were,
You got some ideas,
I
Lucas?
was thinking just like his family, they're probably like kind of hard scrabble farmers.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of like opportunity or variety to his day. He's a kind of a smart kid, so probably decent acuity, but sort of sees being made a dog as like the answer to his prayers, of a way to sort of get out and experience more of life and find opportunities beyond just scratching in the dirt like his family has been.
Okay. Yeah, I just kind of want to do something to complement what they're doing. So I think I'll go. We definitely have the outcast, the scrappy. I'm going to go the other extreme and kind of create a character that is like almost aristocratic in a way. I mean, like not that's the wrong word, but like like related to whoever the equivalent is of Joseph Smith. Like I'm a nephew of a prophet type of money, means, and but also fish out of water, pampered. And
Okay. Good.
Maybe the nicest equipment, but the worst at using it.
Right. From Bridal Falls City.
Yeah. My dream was to go up back east to an Ivy League school and study seminary. Be on the academic path of luxury, and then come back and be a wise old prophet. And instead, the family wants me. The family wants one of their own in one of these dog things.
And
Does that work?
To encounter some reality. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that works for you.
That works great.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'm Definitely going to focus on non-physical, so that means acuity and heart should be high.
Great. So divvy those dice up,
Yeah.
and then we'll do traits. Is everybody good for stats?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so for traits, I think what I want to do is let's get a couple of traits down, and then we'll just assign the rest in play as we need them.
Sure.
So traits are things that are true about your character. They can be a simple word like a skill, like horsemanship or whatever. They can be a little sentence, I love horses, about how your character is. They can describe your history. I used to break horses with my brothers. Anything like that is perfectly good. While you're being initiated, you are, this is important, you're taught to ride and to shoot and to listen to people when they have problems and to talk, to preach, and to read. So any of those things you already knew to do, that's great. You can help the teachers teach the people who didn't know all to do this. But they won't send you out if you can't ride, you can't shoot, you can't talk. So if you want to be good or bad at one of those, making a trait about it is a good way to do that. So list a trait or two, maybe three at most, that are just true things about your character. They can be strengths or weaknesses, and then assign dice to them. The 1d4 you've got is good for a weakness, and the 2d8 you can split it up into 1d8, 1d8, or you can assign them both to the same trait. That's good for a strength. And you can do that out loud. Like, I want to know what your traits are. You want to know what each other's traits are.
So my first trait was unshakable. I think, determined, like to the point of being stubborn, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably like a D8, maybe even both D8s. I haven't said yet.
Cool.
I was thinking for the D4, ambitious. Like he actually wants to get somewhere out of this. And then accustomed to hardship as one of the positive ones.
Fantastic.
Ooh, and I think my D4 is desperate, because this is the only way he can stay in the faith with his family having been exiled for whatever reason.
Last chance.
Yeah, last chance, kind of.
My hand shakes a bit when I'm holding a gun.
Good.
1d4. I
That
feel
will serve you well.
Yeah. I feel the king's presence when leading a congregation in song.
Beautiful.
Oh, it's on 1d8. Is it bad? Is it good or bad to put 2d8? Oh, no, I think just a d8 there is fine.
Yeah. If you put only one in, then you'll save the other for when you need it.
Third trait? You say 3?
If you want 3.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're welcome to do 3. Yes. You can't mismatch dice in a trait, but otherwise anything goes. So it can't be d6, d8.
Okay.
But you can say 2d6 or 2d8. That's fine.
I studied scriptures thoroughly, hoping to go to school out east.
Great.
Or back east. All right.
Okay. The teachers at the Dog's Temple are mostly retired dogs. Like one of the things dogs can expect to do if they serve well is to teach at the Dog's Temple. They do not love you. They love the people you're going to go serve, and so they will not indulge anything in you that threatens the people you're going to go serve. While you're being trained, it says right here, they exhaust, humiliate, stress, hurt, disappoint, scare, provoke, and overwhelm you. Like they are trying to find your weaknesses, as well as teaching you strength. And then they initiate you. They invest you with the power of the King of Life to heal the sick and to cast out demons. And I should talk about coats. So while you're here being trained and being initiated, so the women in your family create this beautiful coat that will be it'll be your badge of office, but to you it's a powerful
I've got
reminder
a
of
great coat.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Of course you do. Of
Yeah.
course you do.
It's the best. I think I'm sensing some vanity coming in here.
I think there might be some vanity.
Vanity issues. All right, let's keep going.
So they draw on their community to create this beautiful coat, and then the men in your family bless it and pray over it, and then at the end of your initiation, that package arrives for you to wear out into the world. And like I say, to the people who look at you, it's a badge of office, but to you, it's that connection back to your family and the people who love and support you. Supposing that you've got people who love and support you who are able to get together and do this. There are families in the faith who send coats for dogs who don't have that, which means, that's so they're sometimes impersonal. Sometimes the teachers in the dog's temple will get together and create a coat or arrange to have a coat made for a student under some circumstances.
Mine is dusty colors, and I think it's dusty usually too. It's just kind of the Western, earth tones.
Right.
Mine is it's in patterns of green and blue, and it's exceptionally warm. Like it's nice to look at, but it's a very practical coat as well.
Before you leave, they make sure you have a gun. They make sure you have a horse. They make sure you have a book of life, which is the scriptures. They make sure you have a jar of consecrated earth, which is just river clay in a jar that you use to anoint the sick if you're gonna heal them, or for ceremonial purposes. And so they make sure you have all of those things. You can have anything else you want to carry on your horse. So list a couple of things you think you might have.
Is there something that's kind of like in Catholicism be the equivalent of a crucifix? A holy symbol that you would brandish. I guess you would use the book of life.
You would use the book or the you would use the book.
Okay.
I think let me look down here. There's some ceremonial things. So these under reference on the bottom left, it says elements of ceremony. Those are the things that you do. Oh, right. So you don't brandish the thing. You make the sign of the tree, which looks like this. This is the tree.
Got it.
High five.
Yeah. Always with your right hand. You do it with your left hand and
Together.
Oh,
What year is this? Or do you
I
care?
don't know what year it is. It
1850s?
is. It's after
Pre-Civil War,
the
right?
war.
Pre-Civil War, right? Or after?
Well, I wanna play a little late. I think it's after now.
because we got revolvers then.
Yeah, revolvers. So revolvers. So, what is it with the conversion to? Somebody knows this. I used to know all these words. So it used to be that you had to put the powder and the ball and the cap,
Popping
Cartridges.
Yeah, cap and ball.
and then they, like you bought from Sears, just a conversion kit that would attach to the cylinder or replace the cylinder or something, so that now it would fire pre-made cartridge.
Right.
So you didn't replace your old pistol, you converted it.
Oh, wow, I never heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Okay.
Apparently
And
nobody
so-
does know that.
No, I think that's true. So on older guns, on your dad's guns, like that's the kind of thing that would happen. But any new gun will be a cartridge revolver.
All right.
So once you've got a couple of belongings listed, I can tell you how to give them their dice. And it's listed there under reference under things dice on your character sheet too. So if it's normal, it's worth a d6. If it's big, it's worth a d8. If it's high quality, it's worth 2d6. If it's big and high quality, it's 2d8. And if it's crap, it's a d4. And all guns get an additional d4. And that's the only time you can mix die sizes. So if you have a big, high-quality pistol, that is 2d8 plus 1d4.
I think my family gave me some really nice guns, but not too big. They're afraid I'm going to hurt myself.
I've got my father's gun that was left behind when they were run out of town.
Great. Is it?
I don't think it's anything all that special. It's just
a
I mean,
great. So
yeah.
so it's not crap. It's not.
I don't think it's crap either.
Okay,
It's just
good.
kind of.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. You will be fine with a not crap gun. I endorse that.
I think the temple just had to give me one, so they just they pulled from the stock of revolvers and gave me one.
So that's a D6, D4.
Yeah.
I'm going to look like such a gamer min-maxer. I mean, it's just all, everything I've got is top quality.
Good. High quality.
I'm just horrible at using it.
Well, we'll find out.
Well, in terms of natural talent, yeah. I mean, I'm sure the King of Life will infuse me
he
with
will.
everything I need when the real time is called.
So other than a gun, a book of life, and soil, is there anything else we would?
Your coat.
Oh, coat.
And a
yeah,
horse.
Of course. Oh, and horse. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then that's pretty much the typical traveling stuff. Or?
Yeah, they make sure you have all that, and then you have a bedroll, and you have
Yeah, but
you know,
nothing-
whatever
Yeah. Okay.
traveling gear you want. If you want to bring, Ben Lehman always brings the mail with him. He makes sure somebody in the
Yeah.
group has the mail
Who
as
has
a
the mail?
belonging, and like either the mail is crap or it's big and excellent, like depending on which way he wants that to go.
I'll totally carry the mail.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, that sounds like a job.
Yeah, I think,
that
I think
could-
one of the hired hands should handle the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
Really?
horse is big, by the way. I think it's left over from the family farm. It's not for riding; it's like for pulling crap. But that's what I got. So yeah.
Excellent, excellent. I have a great horse too.
You have a great horse, really?
Not a big one. No, just a
Does-
really fine, excellent, high quality. High quality was the term. High quality
right.
horse.
Does anybody have a big, excellent book of life?
I have an excellent book of life.
Excellent book of life.
Inherited. It's like illuminated
Oh.
a little bit.
Oh, it could be big. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's one thing that's big. They trusted me with a big book. Yeah, big and excellent book of life.
I have a crap book of life because it's again my family's, and they weren't exactly hewn to the faith. So I think that they maybe they like stash stuff between the pages and stuff. Yeah,
Wrote the margins.
wrote in the margins.
Pull out
Yeah,
a page or two.
used it to prop up the table when the
yeah
table-
exactly. Like it's like mangled.
Rolled a cigarette when they weren't in papers.
Great. So let's actually go ahead and do at least one initiation. Maybe we'll do 3, but maybe we'll just do 1 or 2. So
Oh yeah, gotta do the initiation.
gotta do. Okay, then we'll do them.
I mean, yeah.
So the way the initiation works is during your initiation process, there's something that you hope that your character accomplished, and let's keep them straightforward. Let's keep them easy. There are complicated ways you can do it that involve tricky things with the dice, but let's straightforward accomplishments that you hope your character achieved during initiation. Now, they can't be make or break. Like, the one thing we know for sure about you is that you are sent out to be a dog. So you can't, I hope I proved myself worthy to send out to be a dog. No, you did.
Right.
So I hope I learned to shoot well. I hope I didn't hurt myself on the pistol range. Right.
Yeah, we know where this is going.
So, but
Just hope I can hit the target once.
all right, we're doing it.
Yeah.
I hope you can hit the target once too.
I just hope. Yeah. Whatever the big test day is, where
Yeah.
where you're really supposed to come out and prove yourself on the shooting range, and I'm just like, just to keep my eyes open would help.
The shooting instructor is this great old guy. His name's Brother Bull, B-U-L-L, Brother Bull. And like he's built like one. He's huge, and he has this coat that's full of holes and faded across the back and has old blood on it.
He scares the shit out of me.
He loves the people you're going to serve so much, he will not put up with a single thing from you kids. He thinks you're the worst thing that ever happened to the faith, and he can't believe he trusts the future with you.
I agree with him. I shouldn't be here.
Yeah, so shoot the target. what's it, Hiram? Hiram.
Yeah, Hiram.
Shoot.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna shoot the target.
All right.
Okay. So
So this is.
what do I do? Let's see. It's gunfighting.
It is not because there's not another person at the end of there.
Oh, that gives me a chance.
It is physical, not fighting.
Physical, not fighting. Okay, so body and heart.
Body and
I
heart.
have a chance here. Okay,
Good.
so heart's 5 and body's 4. It's 96.
So grab those 9 dice.
Okay, so for doing a gun test, I should. But you say it's physical.
Physical, not fighting, because there's not a living person at the other end of the.
Okay, so my body is 4, heart is 5, so that's 96. I've got
Yep.
96 here, and then do I get my my excellent gun?
You
bonus?
do.
Oh, okay. Well, I got a really nice, fancy revolver. Obviously, 2d6, 1d4. Is that it?
Yes, that's
Okay.
it.
Okay. So
And I'm going to roll 4d6 plus 4d10 because that's what I always roll
that's right.
right now.
All right. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so we're going to push forward dice mostly two at a time. And I'm just sorting mine into the good numbers.
Okay. I'll do the same here. Some 5s, some 6s. Here's some traitors. And that's a traitor. I like Luke's word for those. Okay. You know, make it more. I don't want to embarrass the family.
Embarrass the family.
Right.
Oh, because your family is watching.
Yeah, oh shit. My dad probably showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay.
Well, because he's been worried about it, right? He knows
Yeah.
that you can't shoot.
Yeah. So he's going to help me by showing up.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's
No
great.
pressure. They give you an extra die.
You do have my hands shake when I hold a gun.
Yeah, you'll get to roll that.
Oh, do I get to roll that now?
Not yet,
No,
not yet.
not yet.
Wait.
We pull those in as
Yep,
we need
yep.
them, right?
Yep, as
Right.
you
As
need
we need them. Got it. Okay.
So,
Oh, this is so much fun. All right. Who starts? What do we do?
I think you start. Let me think. So by the dice, I should start. Unless it's
Okay.
obvious who's starting, then by the dice I should start. Because I have the highest pair.
Oh, that's right. You have the
Show.
highest pair. That's right. Right.
So I
Coming
should
back
start.
to me now. Okay.
And I should make my raise. And that means I say something that you can't ignore, that is, in this case, in between you and embarrassing the family, that then you have to respond to.
Okay.
So you step up.
Yeah.
And the target's kind of far away.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've hit this target before
Okay.
in practice.
I have. Yep,
You have
good.
not hit this target with your father staring at you. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that your father is staring at you. He's staring at you pretty intently, like he's
Yeah.
almost glaring. Nobody outside of your family would realize just how much of his attention, just how much is riding on this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to raise with a 13.
Okay.
Now, you have to push forward dice to match 13.
Right.
If you push forward one die that matches a 13, which obviously you can't do,
Right.
you reverse that on me. If you push forward 2 dice,
Which I can't do.
which you can't do, you block or dodge.
Right.
And if you push forward 3 dice, you take the blow, which means that you admit that I have a point,
Right.
and you take fallout from the conflict.
Yep. 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 Yeah. That's fall. So yeah. So to get to 13, I think I'm gonna save my 6s and come out here and see a way to get rid of one of my traitors here with the 13 here. Okay, so I match your 13. And should I be saying something with that, that move?
Now you do. You're taking the blow.
Right.
So you tell me how that affects you.
Okay. Well, as I step up to the range, I'm kind of barely holding it together because this is a lot riding on this. And then, so I get my gun out and assume the posture and loading. I look up and see my dad staring at me from across the way. I guess he wouldn't be behind the target. Like,
Especially not the way you shoot.
yeah, that's basically the way I shoot. Like, oh.
He's standing next to
I-
Brother Bull
Yeah,
with a comfortable familiarity between them. Like,
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I took the blow. I took some fallout. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know what. Yeah.
so
but
you
yeah.
take 3d4 fallout because you met it with 3 dice. It's a social blow, not a
Right.
physical one.
Right.
So if you want, you can just pull.
Oh, that's
3
a good
dice.
way. Okay. So this is my fallout pile.
That's your fallout pile.
All right.
Then these dice go away,
Right.
and it is your raise.
Okay. Then I look over at. Do you have a name for your character? yet?
Josiah.
Josiah. Then my eyes drift over to Brother Josiah. But he's
take
been
much.
nice, and if this is okay, he's been nice enough to coach me a little
Sure.
bit on the side, and he kind of gave me a pep talk before I went in, right? So
Sure.
I look at Brother Josiah, and remembering the beauty that's within his spirit, and pep talk he gave me. I say a little prayer to the King of Life, and do my best, go up there and let's see. Now I should be gaming this a little bit. You've got a 6. You've got an 8.
I've got an 8.
I don't remember. I think the strategy you kind of want to tease out that 8 a little bit. But I don't want to give you an. I don't want to. I got to go out with 9 or above so that you don't do it with 1 die. That's what I remember.
Yeah. The other thing you want to do is.
Give her some of these. Oh no, then I couldn't get to 8 above 8.
Yeah, no. The other thing you might want to do is try to hit a number where I have to overshoot.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so you got a 1. That's gonna be hard. You got 2 1s. It's gonna be hard to do.
So, like my dice are pretty safe in that regard. A 12 is really good because I can't hit the 12 except by using my 8. Right? I'll have to use my 8 and the 4.
Right.
If you go out with an 11, I can hold on to my 8.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, it's coming back to me. Okay. Yeah,
So
just
you
I
say your
you
prayer
know
and
I
you
say
step up
I
to-
say a prayer. I look at Brother Josiah and I just try and and push out of my mind that my dad's there. best I
I'm
can.
gonna take that. I'm not gonna block your prayer. So there's this beautiful moment of calm, and you forget who's there, and you your hand steadies, and you are breathing, and you look at the target.
Okay.
Now I'm not going to take fallout because nobody cares whether
Right.
I take fallout.
Right.
And so then these dice go away. And I'm going to make my raise, which is as you're about to pull the trigger, your father says, shoot.
God.
In that tone.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got to get to 13, but then you're gonna be out of dice.
Then I'll be out of dice, yeah.
Yeah. So and I have enough to get through this 9.
Yeah.
11.
Going for it, okay?
Well, let's see here. Now I'm gonna have to have 2 dice left to come back with.
No, yes, but I don't have any dice, so if you come back with a 3 raise, like I have to get...
But I can't stop this with 2 dice, no matter what I do. So 9.
Right.
So does it mechanically really matter how many dice I use? If it's over 3 or over, it's the same.
No, each die gives you a fallout die.
So I'm gonna do as few dice as possible then.
Except that D4 fallout is good for you.
Oh, let's put that D4 in there. Okay, so that's 10, and I got to get to 13.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Great.
Yeah,
Sure.
doesn't matter if it's over
Right.
at this point.
So you take 4 more D4 fallout. There's 1, and you can grab 3 more. And you take the blow.
Wait,
You just matched with 4 dice.
Okay, so that's 44.
4 D4 fallout
Okay,
from your father saying shoot,
right.
and you have to take the blow. So what do you do? What happens to you when he says that?
Says shoot. All of a sudden, my hand just starts going like this. I think. Right.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then just like all the muscles tense up and just. by force of will. It's just every muscle in my entire body is, and this is probably a lousy way to shoot. My dad will say when he watches the video. It's just gonna be shoot.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So I can't match your raise, so you win,
Okay.
which means that what's at stake goes to you, and in this case, what that means is you get to write a new trait that is, what did you say? You hope you don't embarrass your family. You didn't embarrass your family.
I didn't. I succeeded in not
Yeah.
embarrassing.
And you can editorialize that however you want. You know, and so as you shoot, you hit the target, and you know, just this. It's not grudging. Like he doesn't give you grudging respect, but he shares.
It's the first
with,
time he's ever seen me hit a target.
he shares with Brother Bull. Like he's like, oh, that wasn't as bad as you said it was going to be, Brother Bull.
Okay.
So you get that trait. It's worth 1d6, and that's what you got. Who's next?
Go ahead.
By the way, for time, if you want to, I mean, I didn't mean to railroad you into saying we had to do all.
No,
three
let's
chooses,
do
but
it.
I think that's great.
I had forgotten how good they are.
I was thinking that it's sort of against tradition and the odds that I hope I actually made friends with one of the instructors
Cool.
at the Dog's Temple.
Excellent. Who do you want to make friends with? Like who teaches you what is what I'm saying.
Maybe the riding instructor.
Oh, great. Well, she loves horses. Like she loves horses, and she's getting old. She's approaching her retirement. You know, her bones ache when she's finished teaching you kids how to ride. If that's cool with you.
Yeah.
Let's say Sister Lillian.
Okay. I think Josiah, like after riding class, Josiah tends to stay around and help like take down the tack and put away the saddles and brush the horses, like even when he doesn't have to, to try to like as sort of a way of trying to, I guess, like close that gap between them.
Great. So this is social. So you'll roll acuity and heart.
Okay. So 5 and 3, so 8d6.
And do you have any definite traits that lead in at the front, or will you just bring them in as they come in? Like he rolled his gun because his gun was in his hand when we started.
Not really, unless unless ambitious is a.
No, you'll have to bring that in. And I'm again rolling 4d6 and 4d10 because that's not okay.
It's okay with
Did you
me.
do seducer?
Well,
That was a 3.
I don't have anything to. This is going to be a short one.
Yeah. No one else likes the old crone.
And I'm going to make you raise first.
Okay.
Because I think you're the one who's breaking routine here.
Sure.
I can tell you already, she kind of likes you.
She was just waiting for him to make the first move.
So I think he's
short one.
just he's helping out, like brushing down the horses, and there's probably a pretty long silence, and then he says, you know, my dad always used to say that the horses were the heart of the farm, that without them there wasn't really much else that any of us could do, that always taking care of them was the most important part of keeping the place going.
I'm going to block that. No, I want to cause you fallout. Oh, well. God, I don't have any dice. This pits. 11. Okay. No, I'm gonna. Fuck.
That's a 9, by the way.
Yeah.
So she even pauses in her brushing on the next horse and looks over and kind of nods. She says, yeah, my dad used to say that too. And so those dice go away. And now I'm going to raise with my 13. And she is about to say something else. She's about to talk to you. But she remembers one of her former students who was killed in the field. And she withdraws. She drops the bar, drops the door, like turns physically away, goes back to work. With the 13, she does that.
Okay. So I can't match that in 2, so I'm gonna have to take Fallout on this. But I think he's like paying more attention to her than to what he's doing, and he's like brushing one of the horses, and like irritates the horse, and the horse sort of like rears up a little bit and like kicks at him, and he stumbles back.
Excellent.
Which I think would not be happy about.
And your race.
And yeah. But he, at the same time, he's very quick to calm the horse down and like bring it back under control. Like he obviously is used to working with horses, and though he made a mistake, he's able to correct it very quickly, and which is not something necessarily that everyone could do.
Excellent. I'm going to give. I can't stand. She even comes to help you. Like you get it under control, and then she steps over and you calm this horse like the rest of the way down together, and after that you're friends.
All right.
Well done. So you get again a trait. You can editorialize it how you like. Worth a d6.
Okay. And her name was Sister
Lillian.
Lillian.
Sister
All right.
Lillian.
So I made friends with Sister Lillian.
Great. We should roll your Fallout dice, and we should roll your Fallout dice, and then we'll go to Sage.
Now remind us what we're doing with this.
So you take all of the Fallout dice you've accumulated, you roll them all at once. You're looking for the highest pair and for any ones. And it doesn't matter how many ones. If you roll at least one,
Okay.
that's good.
All right.
The highest pair is bad. You want the highest pair to be as low as possible. On D4s, it's not gonna be a problem. And you want at least 1 1.
1 1, 2 1s, and the highest pair is an 8.
Great. So again, it doesn't matter how many ones. You've got a 1. That means the 1 means that you get experience Fallout. And the 8 means that you get 1 long-term Fallout. And so you can just go ahead
I'll
and
think
choose.
about this.
Yeah,
While
exactly.
you're going in. Okay.
So I got a 1.
You got a 1
and a 5.
And a 5. So the 1 gives you experience Fallout, and the 5 gives you a short-term Fallout, which isn't going to matter because we're going to because it's initiation.
Sure.
It's not going to matter.
Okay.
So you can look at those. Sage.
I think Ezekiel is hoping that through his orientation, he proves to be a leader of people, that he wants respect from others.
Great.
Yeah.
So so you want to do a survival thing? You're up in the mountains.
Oh yeah, yeah.
As kids without adult supervision.
And
like you have to make camp. You have to feed yourselves. You have to find your way back down to the city.
And he immediately just starts issuing orders to people, basically, like
Great.
telling them that this is your.
So this is social.
Yep.
So acuity and heart, and I will roll 4d6 plus 44, like I always do. And oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, how about that? That's some good news.
For you.
Yeah.
Too many options.
So people are following you. You're leading the trail, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are totally lost. Completely lost with a 16.
16. Ezekiel, I think he just doesn't even let on that there's anything wrong and just keeps on going. Just
Awesome.
plows ahead. Oh, gosh. So I need 16. Let's start with some big fallout. Okay, so that's 9, 12, and 16.
Good.
Wow.
Right. I'm going to say for those of you playing along at home, keeping those 6s means that I'm not going to be able to reverse his move with this 10, which I imagine is why you did it.
Yes. Also, I kind of like Fallout, but
Yeah, Fallout's great.
I'm not sure if I want quite this much of it. And I'm
So you pulled those 5d4s over?
yeah, I've got
Okay,
5d4 right here.
So yeah, you're completely lost, and you're pressing on, even though you're completely lost.
So as we're going down, when we take like a break for water or whatever, I stop and, in the guise of it being like an educational thing, I ask the other people like, so, which way would you have us go next? Like,
So which one of you? So that's your raise.
yes,
we in on
that's
this?
my raise. Like,
we-
cleverly trying to get somebody else to say which way we should go so that I can agree with them.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
I'm more lost than he is.
I'm gonna call on you two to be there, but we'll just use these dice.
Right,
You're not
right,
rolling
right.
dice or anything.
Yeah.
So with the 12, so
I'm just trying to melt into the herd.
7. Oh, I don't even. Well, you might escalate. So what's that? A 13. So I take the blow. So that passes. Like they don't catch you. This is a social conflict fundamentally. So like somebody steps in and gives an opinion as though you had asked a legitimate question. Eager to please you, eager to
Yep.
to show that they know which way to go.
And I immediately agree with them. Like, yes, that's right. That's the way we're going.
And those go away, and it's my raise.
Yeah.
And they're totally as lost as you.
Of course they are.
And you're making your way deeper into some blind canyon outside of Bridal Falls City.
Can I bring in other trades?
You can escalate.
Okay.
You can bring in traits if you've got them.
So what's fundamentally at stake here is whether they see me as a leader.
Yeah. And right now they see you as the guy who got them lost.
Yeah, good point.
I'm praying.
I don't actually have much that'll get me out of them seeing me as a fuck up.
Like, I don't know. It's all you.
I actually think that I'm going to lose this one.
Okay.
I don't think he is a leader, and I think this is where he figures it out.
Great. So those go away. Roll your fallout dice. So you get a trait, same as everybody. It's worth a d6. However you want to editorialize that.
I guess I should have rolled over here.
Oh, good.
Hey, and it helped me.
Yeah.
Highest pair is a 4, and yeah, there are
Yeah,
ones.
5 actually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Highest
Yeah,
any
any-
2. I
yeah.
looked for a highest match.
So the 5 gives you short-term fallout, which doesn't matter because we're going to go into a town, and the 1 gives you experience fallout, so you can go ahead and choose one of those.
Okay.
And then write yourself also a trait about how you're the guy who got them lost. And